This is the video for Algebra 1 Credit Recovery Unit 5 practice. Remember, at any time you can pause this video or rewind this video. Identify the key features and sketch the graph of each equation. Number 1, y equals 5/3 x plus 5. We need to find the x-intercept, y-intercept, 0, and slope. The y-intercept and the slope we can find straight from the equation. Remember, this is in the form y equals mx plus b, where b is the y-intercept. So my y-intercept is the ordered pair 0, 5, and my slope is m, which is given in the equation as 5/3. On my graph, I will start at the y-intercept, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then use my slope to find the rest of the points. So I am going up 5, right 3. Since this is a positive slope, it should be increasing from left to right. Up 5, 1, 2, 3 over 3. I ran out of room going this direction, so I'm going to take it back the other way now that I know how my graph should look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to go all the way across my graph. Once you have your points, connect them with a line. We can now find each of these other pieces based on our graph. We can find the x-intercept and the 0. My x-intercept is where my line crosses the x-axis. So my line crosses at -1, 2, 3. This is the ordered pair, -3, 0. Remember that a 0 is the same thing as the x-intercept, just the x value. So my 0 is the number -3. Number 2, y is equal to -3 over 4x minus 3. Again, y-intercept and slope can be found from our equation. So our y-intercept is the b value, -3. As an ordered pair, it is 0, -3. And the slope is m, or -3 over 4. So I am going to start at my y-intercept on my graph, 1, 2, 3, negative, so I went down, and use my slope to find the remaining points. A negative slope, going down 3, right 4, so I should be decreasing from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to graph all the way across my graph. I ran out of room, so now I'm going to go back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you have as many points as you can put, connect your points with a line. And we can now use our graph to find the x-intercept. My x-intercept is where my graph crosses the x-axis. This is the ordered pair, -1, 2, 3, 4, 0. So my x-intercept is -4, 0. Remember, a 0 means exactly the same thing, so my 0 is the x value of that x-intercept, or just -4. Number 3. Y is equal to 1/3 x minus 3. Y equals mx plus b, where b is my y-intercept. So my y-intercept is the point 0, -3. I will start there on my graph. And my slope is the m value, which is 1 over 3, a positive slope. So I'm going up 1 and over 3. I should be increasing from left to right. So from my y-intercept, I count up 1 over 3 and put a new point. Up 1 over 3. All the way across. When I run out of room, I will go back the other way. 1, 1, 2, 3. Once I have as many points as I can, I will connect my points to draw a line. X-intercept I can find from the graph, where my line crosses the x-axis. This is the point 9 on the x, 0, 9, 0. Remember, a 0 is asking us again, what is the x of the x-intercept? So my 0 is 9. Moving on to the next page, number 4, y is equal to -2x plus 2. My y-intercept and my slope I can find from the equation. So my y-intercept, or the b value, is the point 0, 2. I start there on my graph. And the slope is the coefficient of x, the m, negative 2. Since this is a whole number, I can say it's negative 2 over 1, meaning I'm going down 2, right 1. It should be decreasing from left to right. So I count down 1, 2 over 1. All the way across my graph and back the other direction. Once I have as many points as I can, I will draw a line to connect them. And I can now use my graph to find the x-intercept. My graph crosses the x-axis at the point 1, 0. So that's my x-intercept, 1, 0. And remember, 0 is the same thing. My 0 is the number 1, the x value from that x-intercept. Number 5 is slightly different. It does not give us an equation. It gives us a point, p, negative 2, 8, and a slope of negative 4. So the only piece I have here right now is my slope, negative 4. But I'm going to use this point as a starting place on my graph. So I am starting at negative 2, positive 8. That is point P. I'm using the slope to find my next point so I can draw my line. A slope of negative 4, so I'm going down 4 and over 1. This should be a negative slope, so decreasing from left to right. So down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1. All the way across my graph. Once I have as many points as I can, I will connect them with a nice straight line. Now I'm asked to find x-intercept, y-intercept, and the 0. Remember, x-intercept and 0 are the same thing. So x-intercept, where it crosses the x-axis, notice this time it crosses at the origin. So my x-intercept is the point 0, 0, meaning my 0 is actually the number 0. Y-intercept, or where it crosses the y-axis, again it crosses at the origin. So my y-intercept is also the point 0, 0. Equation in point-slope form. So in point-slope form, this is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So m is our slope, and x1 and y1, we can use that point P we were given at the beginning. So filling in what we know, y minus y1, the y value from point P, is equal to m, negative 4, times x minus the x value from point P, so x minus negative 2. In point-slope form, our equation is y minus 8 is equal to negative 4 times x plus 2. Number 6 gives us point P as the point 2, 6 and a slope of 3. So I will begin my graph at the point 2, 6. I'm using a slope of 3. I'm going up 3 over 1. Positive slope, my line is increasing from left to right. Again, notice that my graph crosses the x-axis at the origin, so my x-intercept is 0. And my y-intercept is also 0 because it crosses the y-axis at the origin. 0, same thing as the x-intercept, so my 0 is 0. An equation in point-slope form, y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So y minus, I'm going to use the x1 and y1 from my ordered pair, point P. So y minus 6 is equal to m, my slope, 3, times x minus x1 from that ordered pair I was given, x minus 2. Moving on to the next page, number 7. Use the graph to the right to identify the following: x-intercept, y-intercept, 0, and slope, and from there we will write the equation. I know that the line is slightly shifted on your graph. So I'm going to plot where the x and y-intercept should be. So x-intercept was where we cross the x-axis. This graph crosses at 1, 2, 3, so as an ordered pair. This is 3, 0. Since we have found the x-intercept, that means we have also found the 0. So my 0 is the point 3. Y-intercept is where our graph crosses the y-axis. My graph crosses the y-axis at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the ordered pair 0, 6. So when we write our equation, 6 is my b-value. And last I need to find the slope. This line is decreasing from left to right, so my slope is negative. From one point to the next, I'm going down 6 and over 3, so negative 6 over 3. And we want our fractions as simplified as they can be. Negative 6 over 3 reduces to negative 2. So my slope is negative 2. Our equation we can write in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So y is equal to our slope, negative 2, times x plus b, so plus 6. Number 8, use the graph to the right to identify the following. Same things, x and y-intercepts, the 0, and the slope. Starting with my x-intercept is at positive 1, 2, so this is the point 2, 0. Which means I also know what the 0 is. My 0 is that x value of 2. Y-intercept, where it crosses the y-axis. My y-intercept is definitely a negative number, negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So y-intercept is the point 0, negative 6. This will be our b value in the equation. And our slope, this line is increasing from left to right. Our slope is positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over 1, 2. So up 6 over 2. And in the most reduced form, this is a slope of 3. Our equation, y is equal to mx plus b. So 3x plus negative 6. The better way to write that would just be minus 6. Y is equal to 3x minus 6 would give us this line. Okay, number 9, 4x plus 5y is equal to 20. Notice this is in standard form. So in standard form, we can use what we know about x and y-intercepts to graph our line. For an x-intercept, we know that y is 0. So in my equation, anywhere I see y, I will put 0. And solve for x. 5 times 0 is 0. I'm left with 4x is equal to 20. To solve for x, I can divide by 4. And I get x is 5. So my x-intercept is the point 5, 0. And notice, guys, that also gives us the 0. So the 0 is 5. For a y-intercept, we know that x is 0. So anywhere I see x in my equation, same equation from the beginning, I can put 0. So 4 times x, 4 times 0, plus 5y is equal to 20. 4 times 0 is 0. 5y equals 20. I can divide to solve for y. And I get that y is equal to 4. Plotting this on my graph, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can draw my line. My slope is negative. And I am going down 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My slope is negative 4 over 5. My equation in slope-intercept form, I can fill in y is equal to my slope, negative 4 over 5x, plus my y-intercept, so plus 4, mx plus b. One more like this, 6x minus 3y is equal to 18. X-intercept means y is 0, so 6x minus 3 times 0 is equal to 18. This leaves me with 6x is equal to 18. Divide by 6 and I get x is 3. So my x-intercept is 3. Y-intercept, 6 times 0, because for a y-intercept x is 0, minus 3y equals 18. So divide by negative 3. Y is equal to negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can draw my line. My slope is positive going up 6 and over 3.